What's happening, guys? So Nate back here, and in this video I'm going to show you a super advanced technique to alter your pixel to trick Facebook. All of that coming up right now. Guys, so sometime last year, I don't know what time of the year, but Facebook came out with something called micro data. Micro data was, I think it was actually 1 year ago, right around now in May or June last year, 2017, that they introduced this new data gathering mechanism or whatever that automatically loads on your page because you have your pixel. So you put the Facebook pixel on your page. They introduced a new JavaScript thing or whatever that would automatically load and gather all of this schema data from your page. So it would know title of your page, it would know the metadata, it would know the images used, it would know where the buttons link to, it would basically gather a lot more data than the normal pixel did before. This could be considered very good because, you know, they say it's gonna help you optimize better. So if it knows more data, it will help you optimize. But I never trust Facebook. You know my videos. I do not believe Facebook at face value. I don't take anything they say be true 100%. There's always some kind of sly, sneaky, they're like politics. They use wording to trick you, okay? So maybe microdata could help optimize better, right? But from my perspective, what microdata actually does is it gathers the information and then it could judge whether your landing page is a low quality landing page, or it could use the bounce rate. It could have a better idea of bounce rate, or to see if people are clicking through or jumping back onto Facebook or whatever capabilities it has. I'm not quite sure. But what I do know is that last year they introduced the microdata stuff. They started gathering the information. They were probably just utilizing the information just to, you know, gather so they could build an algorithm eventually that would use that information. So I'm not sure if they're actually using microdata yet. Maybe they're still gathering, but I can guarantee at some point they will use microdata to either optimize better and or penalize better. So what I want to show you is a technique that you can opt out of microdata, and I've been doing this for over a year now. As soon as I introduced, I immediately felt sketchy about the whole situation. So I was like, nah, I don't like that. So I've never used microdata, and my ad account algorithm has never, you know, changed dramatically. I continue to sell. My conversion rates were, you know, similar. They didn't drop, they didn't increase. So I mean, with the exclusion. So I don't have a comparison. So I can't give you like real stats about, hey, here's a landing page with microdata on, here's a landing page with microdata off, which one converts better. That's very, very hard. You can't just use one product. You would have to do a multiple of tests. And because Facebook's so inconsistent, it's like, how can you draw any real conclusions? You really can't. It's just a pure, do I trust Facebook? Do I trust them? And the answer is no. So I opt out of microdata. I just take it off my pages. And so what I want to show you here is two examples. I have this website here, a couple of choices. They do a nice job. You know, I see their ads around or whatever. I don't know who it is. I have no connection with them. Just see their ads, okay? So I'm not outing anybody, just whatever. Yeah. So on their page, you can see right here, you load on the pixel, and you can see here this under page view. So this is a page view and a view content for this product. They have the microdata being loaded. And so if you want to see what's being loaded, there is the URL, the image. What else do they have? The size, the currency. What else they got? They got title, name. I don't know. They got a bunch of stuff they're pulling from the schema. And then open graph, what else are they pulling? They're pulling, yeah, like I said, title. So they're grabbing all this information. Metadata, what do they got here? Title, yeah. So they're getting as much information as they can. And then they can also tell when like a button is clicked. So if I click on this button and then I try to load it, let's see if I load it again. Does it pull more? Here, button click. There's another microdata event. Okay, so microdata event. button clicked automatically detected. So it knows how people interact with the page. And this is different than before. So before it's like, okay, so pixel loads on this page, they can't see any interaction. And then the customer gets to the next page and then that pixel loads, and then that's how they make their connection. So pixel loads here, pixel loads here. They can make the connection that says customer made it from point A to point B. But with microdata, they can see customer actually clicking right on that page, and before that other page pixel even loads, they can see what's going on this page. They can see interactions, they can see people scroll, like probably even scrolling or whatever. I'm not sure exactly, but they can see for sure clicks. But let me show you what I have, how I have it set up. So here's my little pharmacy technician. If you didn't see that video, I revealed the pharmacy niche, right? People that are in pharmacy school. I sold a couple hundred units to this niche, and this is that product page. Okay, so if you go to my pixel, you look at, I got view content and page view. That is it. I don't have microdata. I took microdata off my pixel. It doesn't load at all. You go to the page, there's no microdata on there. Okay, so what I want to give Facebook the bare minimum, what it needs to optimize. The bare minimum it needs to optimize is, hey, loads here on the checkout page, or on the cart page, loads on the checkout page. Boom, boom, boom. View content, cart, checkout page. 3 events, and I keep it very simple, and that's really all it needs. If you give it some more information, I think they're gonna trap you, and they're gonna be able to penalize you because they might not like something that's happening, right? My theory, can't show it's proved. Do not post in the comments saying this is bullshit, because I'm telling you, this is my opinion, okay? I have never had negative effects by turning off microdata. Okay, that's what I want to make clear. Never had negative effects by turning it off. So what I want to show you here is how do we actually take microdata off? What do we actually do? So what we're going to do here is I have the example pixel code. So if you use Trackify, essentially I think they have Trackify Premium might have a box you can check to turn microdata off. It might have that. I'm not positive actually. And then, yeah, I think it does actually. And then when I'm using my funnels, I don't use the integrated pixel. Like I use the script box in the header, and then I paste my code manually into the header because I like to control how my pixels fire. And another reason is so that I can use this microdata exclusion. So this is why I do manual pixel copy and paste. And this is right here on my screen is the example of like what a pixel looks like for view content. So this is the code you copy and paste for view content. And you can see here, this is initiate the pixel, and then here is the tracking the page view. So this goes on every single page on your website, the page view, so people viewing a page, right? This goes on your contact page, this goes on your every page, as a page view. And then this is where you put your pixel ID, pixel ID, pixel ID. So three spots for your pixel ID. And then this code right here, FBQ set auto config false with the pixel code, is the microdata. So see how it says false? That is turning microdata off. If you want microdata on, you totally eliminate that line like this, and now microdata is on. So if I copy this entire code and put it on all my pages, microdata is on my website. But if I copy the code with the autoconfig false in my pixel ID here, right? If I copy this entire code and put it on my pages, now microdata is off. So microdata is not gonna load. But here's an important thing you do. You gotta note. You're gonna put this on all your pages. Because this is a view content, a page view. Here, down here, this is a view content. So this goes on the product pages, right? In Shopify, this goes on your product pages. You also have to make sure that you have microdata turned off for the view content code. So this goes on all the pages. And then technically, what you are gonna have here on the product page, I combined the view content and the page view into one code, and you can see FBQ page view, FBQ view content together. So this is both of the codes together. So now I'm loading both events on the product page, and this is the exclusion, get out of microdata. I don't want that microdata. So then content IDs show you the product ID, the Shopify product ID, so it knows which product, right? This is how I can create custom audiences right here. This is probably super advanced for you guys, but I'm just showing you. And then it says Trackify cart. Because I use Trackify in my store, and because I manually use my copy and paste my pixels on my funnel, and I use the same pixel code, I keep the content name the same. So that's why it says Trackify here. Even though Trackify is not being used on the funnel, I keep the content name the same between my store and my manually pasting funnel, okay? And then here I set the value for $21, even though I might sell the product at $21. Actually, if you go down here, you'll see I actually have the added cart code. So the truth is, I might actually put this at like $8 or something, right? $8.99. So there's a reason why I set the value lower than the actual product price, is because it's another theory. I'm all about my conspiracy theories with Facebook, is if you train the Facebook pixel for a value that is a product value that is lower, right? It will actually, it might, I don't know this is true, it might convert easier. It'll try to convert underneath the value of the, if you said the value is like $99, you might have $20 to $30 cost per purchases. But if you tell it it's my value of my product's only $8.99, you might have $7 to $8 cost per purchases. Okay, so you'll get cheaper cost per purchases just by using a lower value. Now, is there proof to this? I don't know, but I know a lot of people do this as well. So I'm always about the conspiracy. I believe a lot of this stuff. So can I prove it? No, can't prove it. But I do it anyways because I have very little faith in Facebook telling the truth, okay? So this channel is gonna be turned into a conspiracy theories channel about Facebook ads, but it's okay. So here's my view content and then here you can see my content IDs. This is product A and product B. And you're like, why is there two products? It's only one product page. This is if you did like variation of the product. So let's say you had like two colors, like product A was this color, product B was this color, but same design, same product, right? So that's kind of why I do that, because technically it's two products in Shopify. That would be two content IDs. And if you want to just have one content ID, you just whatever, you minus it like that, okay? And then here you set your value, your currency. And then here's another pixel ID. So you got one pixel ID, two pixel ID, three pixel ID, and your content ID, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, however many variations of the product you have, right? Now this is not like the variants on the product page. This is just the one product inside Shopify. So this is the code that you would paste on your page with the microdata exclusion. And then here is added cart code, very similar. So you got page view and added cart. This goes on your cart page. And what do we have? Microdata exclusion, which for some reason is not on here. It should be on there. Copy, it should be right there. So that's a mistake. That's a mistake. It should go right there. Pixel ID, pixel ID, pixel ID. So 3. And then, like I said, added cart, content ID, value, boom, boom, boom. Very similar. And then here's the purchase code. Again, I forgot the microdata exclusion, it's okay. And so then we got purchase code, pixel, page view, content ID, price, pixel, pixel, pixel. If you use the microdata, there's 3 spots for pixel, and then your page view, and then your event. Your page view and your event. Your page view and event, and then obviously every other page on your website is just the page view, okay? So this is the codes that you put on your pages. Now, I know I'm gonna get questions about this, so if you're using Trackify, do you also need to do this? The answer is no. This is basically what the code that Trackify is generating for you already, and they have one checkbox, I'm pretty sure, to enable or disable microdata. So they're going to add that code, microdata code, on there with the false status. If you check the box, yes, turn microdata off, it will add that false code for you. So this is only if you're using funnels, which I recommend you do manually pasting your code so that you can turn off microdata as well. So if you use ClickFunnels or Cart Hook or Funnel Builder, or any other kind of funnel, you're gonna wanna do pixel setup like this. Now, I personally like the manually pasting because I have more control, and this is why. All the settings I get to control my value, I control my pixel, I control my event, I control my microdata, I control my content ID. All of that I can control just by manually pasting. If I use the integrated system, I know they make it simple. I know you can copy paste just your pixel ID and paste it, and then it will set up all the events for you. I know it does that, but I don't like that because I don't have the control. So this is why I do it this way. This is why I don't have microdata on. This is my conspiracy theory. If you like more conspiracy theories, hit that like button, guys. Hit that notification bell. Post your feedback in the comments. And guys, I will see you on the next video where I actually show you how to copy and paste these into your product pages. Okay, guys, I will see you then.